Today we're going to take this image and we're going to turn it into something that looks more like this. So let's get started. This is a picture from Horseshoe Valley in Alberta, Canada, Drumheller, and the area they refer to as the Badlands. And so this is a nice picture, but I want to make it pop a little bit more and bring focus to this area. We can see here in the histogram that the image is fairly well balanced. And so what we want to do essentially is bring out this hill area and de-emphasize the grass in the front and de-emphasize the sky. Although we do want some texture and interest in the sky as well, but it's not the focus of this image. It's really these hills and the coloration and texture of the various layers. So the first thing that we're going to do, we're going to go to the light tab, and in the smart lighting, we're going to bring this up a bit just to make the coloring across the image a little bit more uniform, and then bring the exposure up a bit so the center area is at the right exposure that we want for it. Then what I want to do is go over here to the masking tools and start with a graduated filter, and I'm going to de-emphasize the grass in the foreground, bring down the exposure. I'm going to bring it down a fair amount because that's not what's really of interest to us. And I'm also going to bring down the vibrancy. We don't necessarily want it to pop. The next thing I'm going to do is use a control line to act similar to a gradient filter. However, it is luminance aware, and so it won't be uniform across the board, but it'll take the highlights down a bit in those clouds, but in a gradient fashion. And then for the main part of our subject here, I want to bring it up just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to use an object selection to select this mountain range, and I'm going to start down here and work my way up and across until it has selected what I want to have here. And I'm going to bring the exposure up a bit, and I'm going to increase the contrast, and that will bring out more of those colors. And I will bring the saturation up a little bit and the vibrancy up a little bit. It really brings out the different colors in those layers that you couldn't really see from the out of camera image. So let's close this off and we'll do a compare. That's the before and that's the after. The before and the after. Also, you can use the D key for the before and the after. Before and after. DxO is having a Father's Day promotion, and for any new customers between June 15th and June 28th, you will get 20% off your purchase if you use my code RON_FD26.